Warning, this podcast contains themes of extreme violence and murder. Subject matter may be offensive to some listeners. Discretion advised.
Welcome to another episode of Evil Transgression, your homicide headquarters here in podcasting. I'm Josh, and with me as always, Dustin and Rex.
What's going on?
Hey, what's up?
It's going.
Yes.
Good.
It is just moving along.
Yep. Choo-choo.
Tell us why.
I'm not real sure why, but what do you got?
Well, we got a little bit of love on our last TikTok.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah?
So make sure you check it out this week.
Well, that's magical.
Yeah.
It's another,
So
there's
magical.
another one. So if you're listening right now, go over to TikTok and enjoy what you get.
Mm-hmm.
Talk it.
Yeah.
Talk it while you tick it.
Trust me, it'll be great this week. Just check it out.
Yeah.
Maybe they already have. Maybe they've already checked it out.
Maybe they have.
I did. I already checked it out.
How'd you feel about it?
Surprised.
Oh, yeah?
I was surprised early on in the film. It was an appearing act.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was magical.
It was great.
Look there.
Well, there he is.
There he is.
Well, would you look at that?
Just look at him. We do like to make fun of these guys.
Oh,
You have to.
You have to, yeah.
I think it's only fair.
If you do what these guys do, you deserve to be made fun of.
Oh yeah,
For sure.
And it doesn't matter what anybody says about you.
we should start a tour of us just going around to prisons and making fun of people.
just us on the phone talking to I don't know who's a big one right now.
You got the who's that old dude that they just convicted?
The Golden State.
Yeah, the Golden State guy.
They just roll up there and us in front of the or with the phone. All three of us just roasting him while he's on the other side.
You old bastard. Look at you old bastard. I like to fart in your oxygen mask.
That would be great.
Yeah. For sure.
Just as long as they never get out. Like that's gotta be our that's gotta be a
worry about
stipulation.
him.
Yeah, he's like 90 years old
Yeah.
now.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, that would be a stipulation. Like we have to make sure these guys never get out. Because if we're gonna roast them, we don't want to be like one day we're sitting at home and there's a knock at the door.
Exactly.
Who's this? Hey, you remember what you said?
What'd you say, motherfucker?
Yeah, say it now. Be running like, Mom. That's what our TikToks are.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't have a TikTok in prison.
We're the TikTok roasters of serial killers.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of these days we're gonna get Will Smith.
Yeah.
Like not to bring it back up, but they think the old Chris Rock bald joke was bad. we're in trouble.
Yes.
So I say we just go ahead and jump right into some evil facts.
Do it.
Let's do it.
Evil facts.
Durango Vargas is known as the People Eater or El Comagente.
You remember the Purple People Eater? From the, what was it, 80s?
One-eyed, one horn.
Yeah, the movie.
Yeah.
And the song, of course.
So Vargas is also known as the Andes Hannibal Lecter. Vargas killed and ate at least 10 people in his lifetime, but he was a picky eater.
Oh, yeah?
He did not eat the flesh of a woman. He only eats men.
Is that because men are saltier?
Well, according to him, a guy's meat tasted so much better than that of a woman. Dustin agrees that guys' meats taste much better than that of a woman.
I love meat, the man meat.
Also, he avoided eating fat people because according to him, they contained too much cholesterol and could be harmful to him.
What?
So I'm safe.
I'm safe, Rex.
Rex, you're in trouble.
No.
Rexy wants your meat.
He wants Rexy's man meat.
No.
One of Jeffrey Dahmer's fun facts is that his father, who was a scientist, taught him how to preserve animal parts. Later, he would use this same knowledge to preserve the bodies of victims in his apartment.
Wow.
So, he took something from Papa.
I guess
Just
so.
learning. My dad taught me how to preserve a squirrel. Might as well do that with a 23-year-old man.
Right. Wow.
Ted Bundy killed a lot of women. A lot of women, right? So his official count is 36? But when that count actually was official, when they officially announced 36, he slyly said, add 1 digit.
What?
So it could be 361 or 136 or something else. We'll never truly know how many victims.
But this is what I talk about. Hear how tough he is?
Yeah.
Add another digit.
Yeah.
But, hey, we're going to kill you. Please don't kill me.
Yeah.
And you try to delay it.
It's not fair. Please stop it.
The bitch.
Yes, he is.
You are not a fan of Ted Bundy.
I am not.
I mean, that's what I'm taking.
I'm not a fan of Ted Bundy because he's a crybaby bitch.
Mm-hmm.
But he was tough.
He dead now.
He did.
Yes.
He dead.
Yes.
That'll teach him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't wrap your head around some of the stuff he did. Like acting like he's got a broke arm.
Yeah.
You need some, I can't get in my car. My arm is broke. I dropped my keys, and they come over to help him, and then he abducts them and murders them. I mean,
Yeah.
real piece of work.
Mhm.
Real piece of work that guy is.
Yes.
That is your evil facts for the day.
Mm.
So we have a Dustin story today.
Oh, great.
Whatever.
It actually should be a pretty good one. Although, we might as well go ahead and warn people that with it being a Dustin story, he likes to get the old right on the line of inappropriate and discomfort.
Uh-huh.
And we might as well let everyone know that there is violence towards children in this episode.
Dustin.
I didn't know until I got into it.
Well,
So, and I was too far in to turn around. So I was like,
Turn around.
it's too far in to turn around. I was in too deep. So, let's go ahead and knock this one out. Evil Mob. Go ahead and wait.
What?
I want to let everyone know again. We mentioned it on the end of the last episode.
Yeah.
But I wanted to do it on the intro of this one. If you are a subscriber on YouTube, you may be missing out on episodes.
Yep.
So you need to either go to eviltransgression.com or go to another podcasting app on your phone or
Apple,
whatever. Yeah.
Spotify.
Just so you make sure that you're getting every episode. You can stay a subscriber on YouTube. That's great. One of these days we might get one of those plaques. Probably not, but if we do, it's going to be cool.
Yeah.
Especially because we don't do YouTube videos.
Right.
Just put our audio up there. So, but if you're a YouTube subscriber, definitely try and check out the other episodes you might be missing. So now that we got that out of the way,
Yes.
good. Buckle up, Evil Mob, as we discuss Brian Dugan. Brian Dugan was born to James and Jenny Dugan on September 23rd, 1956 in Nashua, New Hampshire.
I like Jimmy Dugan from A League of Their Own.
It is James Dugan, Jimmy Dugan. Brian is one of 5 kids, and according to his siblings, both of his parents were alcoholics, just like Jimmy Dugan was in A League of Their Own.
Yeah.
Okay, this isn't about like
This used to be my playground.
Brian had a traumatic birth. Now, you're about to find out what a traumatic birth is. It's said that when he was born, he started to come out before the doctor arrived, so a nurse pushed him back inside of his mother and strapped her legs together to prevent him from being born.
What?
I'm no doctor, but I feel like that's not a good thing to do. Like, shoving him back up in there and strapping her legs together.
That'd be painful.
Get some ratchet straps and close her up.
Hang her upside down.
Get in there, damn it. That's rough.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine though? Like, don't babies have soft spots?
Yeah.
You're just pushing on that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
pushing his brain.
what type of nurse is like, oh my God, we got to shove him back in there? Maybe she shouldn't have been a nurse.
Yeah.
And then strap her up. Like, we got to close this thing off
that's
he doesn't try and get out again. So later in life, people often wondered if that caused Brian to have brain damage.
Maybe.
Because while he was young, he also had severe headaches and was a frequent bedwetter.
Uh-oh.
That's part of the McDonald triad.
Part of the triad right there. Maybe there's your first sign.
I'm going to say there's probably more.
There is. Brian showed many signs of psychopathy and even seen a specialist, but the specialist said he didn't understand what was going on with Brian.
Ain't nothing wrong with that boy.
I don't know what's going on with him. Why do you keep bringing him here? So we've already met a bad nurse and a bad psychiatrist, a specialist.
Yep.
I don't know what's wrong with him. I don't understand it. When Brian was 8 years old, him and his younger brother burned down the family garage. A few years later, the family moved to Lisley, Illinois. So I guess they moved because they didn't no longer have a garage.
I doubt that's why, but
like, damn it, we got to move to Illinois. We ain't got a garage now. Brian and his brother done burned it down. So he likes to play with fire now. That's part 2 of the triad: bedwetting, pyromaniac.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get another one. You ready? You ready for the other one?
I'm so ready.
At 13, Brian poured gasoline on a cat and lit it on fire. There's your number 3, ladies and gentlemen.
Number 3.
The full triad in effect. Torture to animals. Brian is clearly showing signs that there's something wrong at a very young age. At 16 years old, Brian ran away to Iowa, and later that year, he was arrested for burglary and was sent to a youth home. So he's living it up.
Yeah.
at 16, he's going to Iowa.
Yeah, he's like, I'm out of here. Going to Iowa. Iowa might be a great place. I don't know. But if I'm running away, it's not the first place on my list.
Nope.
No.
After leaving the youth home, Brian's younger brother, Stephen, claims that Brian sexually assaulted him. In 1974, Brian tried to abduct a 10-year-old girl at a train station. Thankfully, his attempt was unsuccessful. Later that year, Brian had his charges dropped for the attempted kidnapping. There goes the beautiful justice system.
Mm-hmm. Dude, every story we cover, they'd always do something serious, and they're like, give them 60 days or drop the charges.
Right.
He didn't mean it. Well, it didn't really happen. He just attempted to kidnap a 10-year-old girl.
Right.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that we need to do better.
Definitely.
As a society.
I do too.
Mm-hmm.
As a justice system.
Big time.
In 1975, Brian got into a fight with his older sister, and during the fight, Brian threatened to kill her son and chop him up before vandalizing her car.
Wow.
That's his sister.
It's his nephew.
Yeah. It's like, I hate you. We'll kill your son and chop him up.
That dude is
But
insane.
after I tear up your Nissan.
Oh, man.
So up to this point, we've discussed Brian's childhood, and it has not been very good. But as bad as his childhood was, things are about to take a dark turn.
Uh-oh.
On February 25th, 1983, Janine Nicarico was staying home from school sick with the flu when in broad daylight, Brian Dugan abducted her. When Janine's parents arrived home from work, they were frantic, not being able to find their daughter. They searched day and night for Janine, and 2 days later, her body was found 6 miles from their home. She had been raped and beaten to death. Police later arrested 20-year-old gang member Rolando Cruz after he gave them false information to try and obtain the $10,000 reward that was being offered. They messed around, gave him some details and ended up in jail. You went from, I'm getting 10 grand to,
He's an idiot.
I'm getting some jail time.
Yeah.
Cruz was convicted of the murder and sentenced to death. He spent 12 years on death row before later being acquitted after finding out that it was, in fact, Brian Dugan. So this is later down the line, but 12 years, this guy's on death row for
man, I would've
just
been
trying to get $10,000.
It's like, which way do you go with it? Are you like, man, that's messed up? Or is it like, that's what you get for being stupid?
Yeah. I know what happened. I know what happened. There's like, put your arms behind your back, please, sir. Hands behind your back. 12 years on death row.
Yeah. And that was back in the 80s.
Yeah.
You could have been killed dead.
They could have been like, we're going to speed this process up.
Yeah.
Man, I miss the 80s.
On July 15th, 1984, Brian Dugan was driving around when he spotted 27-year-old Donna Schnorr at a red light. Brian followed her for a while and then ran her off the road with his car.
Ooh.
Once Brian got Donna out of the car, he beat and raped her. He then drove her to a quarry where he drowned her.
It's awful.
Yeah. Terrible.
It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff to do. Run her off the road, get her out of the car, rape, beat, put her back in the car, drive her to a quarry.
Nobody's seen this?
Right, yeah.
In May of 1985, Brian abducted and raped 21-year-old Sharon Grodzic. She would survive the attack. A week later, Brian attempted to abduct a 19-year-old woman walking down the road, but failed. So he's good and then sucks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But even on the ones that he succeeded on, like you said, he should have been caught.
Yeah.
Right.
Later, the same day, he abducted and raped a 16-year-old girl in the same area. So he tried for the 19-year-old, didn't get it, and eventually found a 16-year-old that he would abduct and rape. On June 2nd, 1985, Melissa Ackerman and her friend Opal Horton were riding their bikes when they were approached by Brian Dugan. Brian grabbed Opal and threw her into his car and then tried to get Melissa. Opal was able to escape while Brian was trying to kidnap Melissa. Melissa Ackerman's body was found weeks later. Brian had raped her and drowned her in a creek 15 miles from where he abducted her. The day after Melissa Ackerman was abducted, police arrested Brian Dugan. Opal Horton came in clutch and was able to give the police a description of the car, and it had to just so happen that a police officer from a neighboring jurisdiction remembered having an encounter with Brian Dugan over expired tags on his car.
Nice.
Think about that.
Oh, I'm thinking
that little
about
girl told the cops what the car looked like. They put it out there, and then a cop from close to them was like, "Oh yeah, I had an encounter with that. Here's who it is."
Yeah,
that's crazy.
But once again, an expired tag gets a serial killer. Isn't that what happened with Ted Bundy? Wasn't it Bundy pulled over for expired tags?
Was he?
I think so. It was one of the big names. We'll have to double check that one.
And speaking of that, what was it? 2 weeks ago, I always order my tags online every year, and usually they come within a few days. I ordered them like 2 weeks ago. I still don't have them for the Cobra.
I don't have mine either.
And those expire at the end of this month.
Mine are expired. They're not expired. They're valid because I've ordered them.
Yeah.
But I still haven't got them.
Well, yeah, right. Yeah. And when'd you order them?
It's been about 2 weeks ago.
See, crazy.
I'm going to call the police on you when you pull up.
No, because if you search me in there, it says valid. So on bail.
Still, I'm gonna be like, he's got drugs in his butt.
I'll be like, please, officer, you better check me.
He's got cocaine in his prison pocket.
He'll bend over and spread them.
Once the body of Melissa Ackerman was found, the police were able to link evidence to Brian Dugan. And like any pussy-ass serial killer, he asked for a plea deal to avoid the death penalty.
Yes.
He offered no explanation for his crimes, stating, quote, "It might have been for the sex, but I don't understand why. I wish I knew why I did a lot of things, but I don't."
What?
That's a good quote. They're like,
That's a
it might have been
quote.
for the sex, but I don't know why I
What
do
an
the things
idiot.
I do. But you shouldn't be out in public doing this anyways.
Exactly.
You've been in trouble with the law.
Mm-hmm.
We know you've got issues.
Yes.
So stop slapping people on the wrist when they try to abduct 10-year-old girls.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Dugan was sentenced to life in prison. In 2005, Brian Dugan was indicted for the murder of Janine Nicarago. In 2009, Brian pleaded guilty to the murder and was sentenced to death.
Nice.
That's what should happen,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I hate seeing innocent females get murdered by psychopaths and them getting off, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
So, however, in 2011, the governor of Illinois abolished the death penalty, so his sentence was commuted to life in prison.
Of course.
another bitch.
He must hang out with Gav.
Yeah, him and Gav are boys.
Gavinoids. Brian Dugan is currently serving life in prison at the Statesville Correctional Center in Crest Hill, Illinois. Unfortunately, he hasn't been face raped enough to take his life, but
That needs to change.
side note, Brian Dugan claims he was molested by John Wayne Gacy after he was approached and offered $20 to model bikini briefs and perform oral sex on him.
What?
Yeah.
You like that, Dustin?
I do, because
That's a hell of a claim, though.
Brian Dugan
Yeah.
sucks shit, and like, like that's what you come up with.
I mean, it's a terrible claim.
I mean,
That's
Dustin,
horrible.
you did it for $10, so
Like, I mean, but what type of guy who has done horrible things, unspeakable things to innocent
yeah.
females in his lifetime comes out and says, "Yeah, I was molested by John Wayne Gacy when I was young. He gave me $20 to put on some Tiger G-strings and give him some
Wow.
oral sex."
Wow.
I mean, so it's like somebody was going to be like, "Oh, well, we feel bad for you now.
Yeah, right.
Well, you've done horrible things." So we're all like, "Too bad you didn't end up in the crawl space."
Right,
Mm-hmm.
right.
Yep.
Because of all the
In your bikini briefs.
yeah, of all the bodies in John Wayne Gacy's crawl space, you were probably the one that deserved to be there.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
John Wayne Gacy's prosecutors say that it is highly unlikely that ever occurred, though.
I don't need them to tell me it's highly unlikely. I just know
It's pretty highly
it's
unlikely.
pretty
yeah,
highly unlikely.
For sure.
Yeah.
John Wayne Gacy touched my butt
Yeah.
Huh.
in a grocery store. No, he didn't.
That didn't happen.
No.
You're still here. That didn't happen.
Right, but I mean, they did say he did like
Fit the profile.
he fit the profile. But,
Most young boys did.
Right.
So-
Yeah.
That is the story of Brian Dugan. What do you got for me, Rex?
All right. Go to our Facebook page, give us a like. Any comments, questions, or ideas, you can email us at eviltransgression@gmail.com. Dustin.
Go to eviltransgression.com. Check out the links. Also check out our TikTok. Give us some reviews.
Yeah.
I'm big on TikTok and reviews, so leave them whatever you listen to, because by my math, and I'm not very good at math,
No, you're
No,
not.
you're terrible.
but the fact that we have thousands of people that listen to us a week,
Uh-huh.
and my Apple reviews are trash,
What do we mean trash?
Actually, I think they're pretty good.
No, they're good. But
Quality.
You're talking about the number. Of them. Okay.
The number doesn't fit the amount of people that listen. So let's get those done.
I would say everybody start sharing. Share the TikToks and everything you can.
Share away.
Spread it.
Spread the evil transgression love.
Spread it everywhere.
Let me just tell you guys what really pissed me off.
Uh-oh.
So I was up.
Just give it to us.
I was up in Maine last week. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Maine in the summertime attracts millions of people. Like,
is that part of the U.S.?
Yes, people come from all around the world to go and eat their lobster, and just check everything out. Right?
I feel like you made that up. Is
I
that
swear
for
to
real?
God, yes.
People from around the world go to Maine.
That's the best lobster in the world.
I have heard that.
Maine.
Really?
That is true.
So I went to a place up there called Land's End, and literally you're driving on this road and the
land ends.
Right?
Yeah.
So I get up there and there's like concrete pillars that block you from the ocean. Okay. And then they have like a red sign, like not yield, but like a
don't stop.
Like, hey, idiot, that's the ocean.
It's not a stop sign. But on that stop sign, and it was a big stop sign, was all kinds of people's stickers for different things.
Oh, and you didn't have one of ours.
It pissed me off because I did not have it. But my parents are going up there. I'm sending my dad with some stickers.
Do it.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
This is brilliant.
Sticker that place up.
That place gets millions of people a year from all around the world.
I stuck a sticker on a gas pump.
Did you?
Yeah. It's crazy because a couple days later, one of my buddies sent me a picture like, did you do this? And I was like, it wasn't me.
Do you still have stickers?
I do. I have a couple.
I need to get some from you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then when you go to Provincetown, you can put a couple up too.
Is that Rhode Island?
Isn't that Rhode Island?
Yeah.
The annual festival?
Oh, I don't go there.
No.
I did eat lobster though.
How was it?
It was good. Like, it was good. Like,
time out. But you don't like seafood.
I do not. But this isn't lobster's not a fishy, like.
Well, it's a lobster. It's not.
But I was eating it and I'm like, it's got good flavor. It wasn't my favorite. Like,
man.
Was it too sweet?
I don't know if I would do it again. Yeah.
I like lobster.
Do you?
Yeah, me too.
I've never had I've had a Maine lobster from Red Lobster in Ohio. I've never had a Maine lobster from Maine.
That ain't a Maine lobster.
I like crawfish. They call them crawdaddies up here.
Crawdaddies. Love crawdaddies.
Which is what I always called it.
Crawfish boil?
Yes, because I always called it crawdads until I lived in Louisiana, and they were like, that's crawfish.
Sprinkle some of that on there, throw some corn in there.
Yes.
Stick her on a boil.
Dude, I was at one party, and they took like a 2-man fishing boat and filled the whole thing up with vegetables and crawfish, and you just went in there and
scooped it out. I just see you scooping it out with your hand, like
pretty much, and then your hand smelled like fish for about 5 days.
It wasn't because of what you ate.
No, probably
it was Louisiana.
Like that stale cracker dude.
Yeah,
like a stale cracker. You stale cracker dude. Put that on a stale cracker dude.
That dude's funny.
Check out eviltransgression.com. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you leave reviews. Make sure you share the TikToks. Make sure you share the podcast.
Share.
And make sure you purchase you some Evil Transgression gear as well.
Too. Yes.
Which it can also be found on eviltransgression.com.
Now that it's back up, yep.
There you go. So, everybody's good?
Yes.
Alrighty. Until next week.
See ya.
See ya.
Peace.